Dear Jazz, hello and welcome to a new video. We are on 24th of July. It's so scary how quickly time is going these days. It's bizarre. It really, really is. So I think it's been about a week since I picked up the camera. We are still going through this mega heat wave. Grass is completely brown like hay. We've not had any water for like 2 months, like rainwater. Even our like pressure in the kitchen and stuff is all just so low. Like everybody is kind of sure we're gonna have a water like a ban, a hosepipe ban and stuff. But it's just nuts. Like it's ridiculous. I mean, I love it. I do love it, but it can get a little bit too much. I mean, I've got the fan on at the moment over here, and I don't know where we'd be without that machine. Like, seriously, all the windows are open as much as they possibly can be, and yet we are still just melting. We're still just melting. But anyway, I hope you are well. I feel like I haven't spoken to you recently. I've had a bit of an update in my life. Oh my god, my hair. Which I think I'll message you about more of it than I will tell you over here. I'm currently mushing together on Video Maker the last vlog. If I can smish it, condense it, I'll try and get to uploading it. I don't know when. Maybe today, but I honestly don't think it will do it in time. So today the time is actually only 10 to 10 and I've been awake for the longest time. At 4:15 this morning we had a lovely wake up call from my grandmother saying that she doesn't feel well. She feels like she's losing her breath, she's short, like she's wheezing and all of this stuff. She was sure she was dying again, and she was asking my mum what should she do. And obviously we were all asleep. Like I was in my bed, I could hear Mum's side of the conversation, but I wasn't awake enough to be like, what was wrong? Is she okay? But basically the long and short of it was Mum was like, just call 111. They will deal with you. Good night. Like we're still trying to sleep here. And she then called back at 8 o'clock, something like that, saying that 2 paramedics went round to her. There's absolutely nothing wrong. What a surprise. And they just kind of told her, you know, you're suffocating yourself in your own house. You're not opening the windows, you're not letting fresh air in. Your body's kind of shutting down because you're not doing anything with it. So, I don't know. She's just, she's very much an annoyance at the moment. And I get she's old, I get she's lonely, but that's no excuse to keep making things up like this. There are people who are generally ill out there who need help and can't get help because paramedics are spending time with my nan, who's just been a time waster. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. So anyway, yes, I've been up for the longest time today. It's not yet 10, so if I can compress this, which I'm hoping to do soon, then who knows, maybe I can upload it today and everything will be good. So what's been happening in my life? I think I told you that one of our waiters has head upped and left, like did a runner, no warning, no nothing. We've got a replacement in for him. She's called Rachel, she's only 18. I'm a little bit skeptical about how long she's going to last. I mean, she's okay at doing the job. She's quite slow, but that's something you pick up in time. But at the same time, she's got this holiday she wants off, and she didn't mention it during her interview, so I don't think she's going to get it. And if she's booked tickets, which she says she has done to certain stuff, that may make her think, do I really want the job if I've just spent however much money on these festivals? So yeah, we'll see. We've had quite a lot of people handing like CVs and stuff, and I think we've got a couple of trials like happening soon. It's her last day today, and then she goes away on holiday for a week, I think. But she is the girl who's pregnant, the one who was gonna work in London, live in London, but now she's moved to West Croydon. So now she's not sure if she's going to work in London or if she's going to stay put. It's all very much up in the air, and I really need a decision from her soon, because I need to buy her a leaving card and a leaving present and all of that stuff, which at the moment is just so like, I don't know. Chris is gone, and that was a very kind of emotional scene, and the weekend, to be honest, was just a bit of an experience in itself, shall we say. So, okay, to put it out there, I think me and Chris might become an item, maybe. I don't know 100%, but stuff has happened, and it happened on Saturday, which you don't know anything about yet, but I will message you in a bit to give you the full story. I don't quite know what just happened on the TV. But anyway, it was, long story short, Saturday night, we all was invited over to the kitchen's kind of shared house, where it was the woman's birthday. She lives there with her husband. Chris lives there, and so do 2 other chefs. So it's a pretty crowded house, and they invited, obviously, the rest of the kitchen staff who don't live with them, and all the floor staff. So me, Farouk, Izza, Emily, that was it, I think, of the floor staff. There wasn't very many of us. And it was to go over to their house, have a couple of drinks, have some food, and, you know, just have a good time. Now, I told my mum that I was going to go out, and we've recently come to an agreement that my curfew should be 2 o'clock. So, Izza, who is pregnant, said she's not drinking, so she can drop me home after at 2 o'clock. Okay, thank you. It was a bit of a lively night. It was very lively. I don't know how many shots I had. I had a lot. Over 15, I think, easily, because I arrived there early with Chris and Fruit, and we must have drunk 3, I think, at least, before everybody else turned up. Then I think we did about 6, and then I moved on to beer. Then we did some more shots, and then I moved on to my second beer. And I was eating at the same time. It wasn't what I'd call like carb food though. It was all very much like salads and fruit and stuff like that. So I don't think that really helped my system. But anyway, I thought at that point I was quite with it. Everyone was quite loud, admittedly. And some people had like started dancing. And I was like, no, I'm not dancing. That's not happening. Because they didn't know the cha-cha slide. And Emily was like, oh my God, Kelly, come on, we need to show them. I was like, no, I don't dance in front of people. Like, I used to when I was like 10, and at a disco, I don't now. So I remember all of that happening, and I remember it being quite loud. And I remember Isabella saying to me, Kelly, look, it's nearly 2 o'clock. We need to get you home. So I said to her, fine, I'm going to finish this bit of my beer. I had like that much left. Downed it. I was like, right, I'll go to Lou, and then we'll go. I messaged my dad saying, I'm just getting ready to leave. I did not leave that night. I did not leave. I did not go home. So I managed to get upstairs to the toilet, and then it kind of gets a bit fuzzy. So I assumed I just, you know, went to Lou, I flushed, and I washed my hands. Like, that is what I thought happened. And I opened the door, and Emily and Chris were outside. That's what in my head happened. But since that night, I've spoken to everyone, and they were like, no, you were in the toilet for a really, really long time. We were knocking on the door, you weren't answering. And Chris actually unpicked the lock to get in. Like, he was that worried, like, that I'd just passed out or something. And he came over to me and was like, are you okay? I'd been sick, apparently. Again, I don't remember it happening. I don't know if it was in the loo. I don't remember it. And he carried me from the bathroom to his room so that I could, like, sit down or lie down. And And I just kept on saying, I need to go home, I need to go home. And he was like, no, you can't go home like this, you can't even stand. So he was like, right, wait there. He went downstairs. Again, this is what I've been hearing from other people. Obviously, I don't remember any of this. He went downstairs and he asked Emily where was my phone. And so Emily and Izzy were like, oh, fuck, is she okay? What's wrong? And he then bashed around in the kitchen and made me this lemon juice drink. And everyone was like, what's that for? What's that for? And he was like, oh, Kelly needs something like to help her like sober up. And everyone was saying, don't give it to her. She will be sick. He gave it to me. And I was sick again. Like, I remember tasting it and thinking, no, I don't want it. And he was like, no, please just try it. So I tried it and yeah, no. I was sick again. I remember that bit. And so then I don't quite remember what happened. I was lying down on his bed and I could hear Emily saying, Kelly, I need to unlock your phone. And my phone is a fingerprint thing. And I was lying down and I could just feel her putting my hand to the phone screen trying to work out what finger it was. And I wanted to laugh, but I was so drunk I couldn't. So I was like laughing inside, but not outside. And then she was like, right, what do you want me to tell your dad? And I couldn't construct a whole sentence together. So my first word was Becca. And he was like, right, who's Becca? And I was like, my friend. She's like, do you want me to tell you Becca's here? Becca's with you? I was like, I went round hers. And she was like, okay, so Becca's picked you up. I was like, yeah. She went, and you stayed over hers? I was like, yeah. So Emily constructed this message to my dad, which of course was a complete and utter lie, but somehow they bought it. I don't quite know how. Like, it was quite funny. So anyway, Emily sent that, and then she was like, right, okay, I'm heading off now with my boyfriend. Chris, like, remember to give her water, take the bag away from her mouth. Like, I just felt like a dog at that point because she was giving me, like, him instructions on how to look after me. And he was like, yeah, I know. And Izza was up there too, but I don't even remember hearing her voice at all. So they then left, and I remember the lights going out, and I think I fell asleep because I don't remember anything. I could hear the music still downstairs, and apparently people were still carrying on downstairs, dancing and getting even more drunk than they already were. And then the music went off. So Farouk and Izza left together, and Farouk was going to drive himself home. He was so fucked, apparently. In a way, I wish I'd seen it, because apparently he was dancing and doing stuff that, like, you never thought he would do. And I missed it. But he was going to drive home, and Izza had a complete and utter go at him, saying, don't you dare drive home, like, this is happening, and you were getting in this car with me, and I'm going to drop you home. So I'm so grateful that she was there and she was sober, because I'd have been so scared if he'd have drived. Hubie and Anna were fucked, but they're used to it, like it's in their blood to get that drunk. Chris he stopped drinking the minute he knew that I wasn't right, apparently, which I thought was really sweet. And yeah, so in between being unconscious, I may have sort of slept with him. Yeah, and I woke up the next day, and obviously we were in bed together, and I was just like, oh no, what just happened? But we've spoken since, and it's not awkward. I felt so embarrassed that I'd puked as many times as they all said I did. And I don't really remember the whole night. But, you know, he didn't run away, and I didn't run away, so I was like, maybe this is something, maybe. So, I don't know. We're speaking sort of at the moment. Like, I want to speak every day, because he needs to get adjusted to his new job, his new house, and all of that stuff. But I think something might be there, maybe. So yeah. So Saturday was interesting. I got in on Sunday at like 11 AM at home, and Mum was not happy. She was not happy. She was fuming, and I was like, yeah, I'm so sorry. But Hayley knows, my cousin knows, everybody at work knows, and I was just like, yeah, okay. I'm going through my uni years now, I think, which is, you know, better late than never, but it's just funny that that's happened. Okay, I think you're up to date with my life, my mental life. I've got like 56 hours this week as well. So yesterday was my first day off. Today's supposedly my second, but I think I might have to go in tonight because they're a bit busy. Movie Maker has just finished, so I'm gonna switch to this and start editing it. And I will see you soon. Dear Jazz, hello. We are on the 1st of August 2018. It's nuts. Literally, I do not know where July went. Like, I blinked and I missed the whole, like, flipping month. I hope you are well. Today is a rare day off for me. So I am literally dressed in sweats. My hair is a mess. And I don't intend to leave the house for anyone today. So I thought, you know what? I've got time on my hand. I'll pick up the camera. I'll just give you a quick update. So I'm currently in the process of uploading the last vlog, which I've now tried 3 times, and every time I've had to leave the house since. It's on 23% and we've only just hit 11 o'clock, so I'm hopeful that it will be uploaded today. I just don't know how quickly. So watch out for that one. Obviously, not much use if you're then watching this one and you've been told to look at it, but never mind. I hope you are well. So, what has been happening? It's been a bit of a month, to be honest. Oh, with a squirrel on. Okay, 2 seconds. Okay, sorry about that. So, I just saw a squirrel on our garage roof, and I thought, oh, cute. I'll let Dad see. Like, I'd take a quick photo for him. And then I thought the squirrel was acting a bit nuts, and I couldn't work out why. And there was our cat, the ginger one, like on the floor but looking up at him. And so I literally just ran outside to try and like scare the squirrel off and get the cat away from the squirrel. But it's fine. Nobody's been eaten. Everybody's alive and well. But yeah. So what was I going to say? So I have left the house. I just said I wasn't going to leave it for anyone. I just left it to save wildlife. What trooper. What happened before I saw the squirrel? I think I was just saying, you know, start of the new month, first day off in what feels like forever. Month. It's now August. I'm fairly certain the last vlog I've titled Everybody is Jumping Ship. So all of our kind of proper people have all left now. The new girl, who I think I mentioned briefly, Rachel, she lasted a week. She's already left us. And, you know, I'm not even surprised anymore. I'm more surprised if they stay longer than a week. She had some issues at home that she needed to kind of work through, and I don't know, it just didn't suit us and it didn't suit her, so for that reason, like, there was just no point in her coming. We now have, since Saturday, a guy called Alex. I believe he's 22 to 24, I don't actually know his age, but I don't want to jinx it, I don't, but I've got high hopes. He generally wants the money, which is great, because normally if you want or need the money, you're more likely to stick out at a job. He's planning on staying throughout the Christmas period too. He's already said, you know, my last day is going to be the 31st of January, and I was like, wow, okay. I said to him, if you last that long, I will buy you 2 bottles of wine of your choice. Like, honestly, I will stick to that. But he's generally a nice guy. He's good at doing stuff without us having to tell him what to do. he's quite serious and smart, attentive. Like, he's trained to be a solicitor. So big stuff. And this is so different for him that he's actually quite enjoying it at the moment. I mean, yesterday was like his first full day and he signed his contract yesterday. But because we weren't massively busy, we were able to like spend time just talking and getting to know each other. So I generally hope that, you know, he means what he says and he sticks it out till, even if he could last till the 31st of December, like, that's better than most people. Like, at the moment, if he could just last throughout September, I'd be impressed. I'd get him a glass of wine by then. But yeah, so that's a little bit of work progress. We've also had a bit of a, not a nightmare, it's not a nightmare, it's like a ridiculous complication with Isabella. So she is a supervisor. She was one of the ones who was meant to leave with Alfie and Chris, but then she found out she might be pregnant, and that kind of threw everything up in the air. She was like, if I go to the new job, I'm not going to get maternity pay. Like, I don't know what to do. Then her other half bought a place in Croydon, to like a bar, and they're temporarily now living in Croydon. And she was like, okay, so my commute will just stay the same, because originally she was living in London and commuting to us. Now she'll be living in Croydon and commuting into London. So she was like, so that doesn't help anything. I still probably am pregnant. So she was just very much, she didn't know what she was doing with her life. And I kind of said to her, look, go away, go on your holiday, have a think about it. And then, you know, you'll come back with a clear head and you'll just know whether you want to stay or you want to go. Like, regardless of baby or anything else. So she had her first day back with us yesterday for a double. And I kind of misspoke and everything. She's definitely pregnant. She's 12 weeks pregnant. I was like, there is definitely a baby inside of you. And we just kind of said, well, what does that mean? Like, are you definitely staying? And she said, yes, I'm definitely staying. I was like, okay, good. And I mean, I'm relieved because obviously she's my friend, and we're really close, but it solves just so many things at the same time. So if she was to have left, then there was a 99.9% chance that I was going to be assistant manager, and I was so up in arms about whether I was going to take it, not take it, why would I take it, and all this stuff. That now that she's kind of here to stay, I thought, well, you know, I don't need to take it. Like, that's kind of doesn't fall on me anymore. And we spoke, and she was like, look, are you sure you don't want it? Because obviously you've kind of prepared yourself for it now. And I was like, yeah, but I'd prepared myself for it for all the wrong reasons. Me actually wanting to be assistant manager wasn't even in the top 4 or top 5 of the reasons why. I said the same thing to my boss as well, and he was like, so what were your reasons? And so I listed them to him, and like, you could see his face thinking, okay, yeah, fine, she generally doesn't want it, she's content as she is. And I mean, the reasons why I was going to take it was I didn't want a new person coming in and telling me how to do my job that I know how to do. I was hoping for a pay rise, regardless of like what amount. I assumed there'd be one. I wanted, you know, to have the old assistant manager's lifestyle. Alfie had 3 days off every week, regardless. He never closed. He rarely opened. He had the life of Riley, and that's what I wanted. And then the next reason was for it to go on my CV to look good. So, I mean, other than, you know, it to go on my CV, the others were fairly, like, unimportant reasons for taking it. And as I said to Izza last night, I was like, look, he knows, our boss knows that me and Izza are nothing like Alfie. So for that reason, regardless of which one of us becomes assistant, neither one of us is going to be as chilled out as he was, because the boss knows he can pile us with all this stuff and we will actually do it. We're not just going to ignore it. We're not just going to pass it off to somebody else. Like, that's why I just don't want it, because I know the pay rise isn't amazing, and for the amount of crap that he's going to pile onto us when he goes back to uni in September as well, like, you're essentially going to be the GM. And I was like, I don't want that. I don't want that. So I'm also sort of hoping at the same time, by not taking this role, that it will still encourage me to like keep on looking, which admittedly I haven't done recently. But I haven't done it recently because I've not been at home. Last week I did 54 hours because Izza wasn't there. We didn't have any other staff. This week I'm down to 30. So I kind of need like just a breathing period. But then next week, as long as it stays at 30, I'll start up looking again. So yeah, so it's just all been a bit nuts really. Like, my brain has actually been hurting from the amount of thinking, like, not even thinking, but just all this stuff that people keep telling you is happening or is gonna happen, or they want your opinion. And I don't know, I just feel like my brain hurt a lot in July. It really did. I just want it to go back to being like simple times and everything. Because we've now reached the end of the month, we should find out within the next week whether our branch has won this competition within our area thing. And if we have, then it entitles us to a night out on the company. And we've worked out we obviously can't do a night out because there's no one to cover floor and kitchen on the same night. So we were thinking we'll pick a Monday night. We'll buy like supermarket booze and supermarket food. The men will make us a barbecue. We'll join them after work on a Monday. Hopefully we could get out early. And we'd have basically a house piss up instead, which would be cheaper and more effective. So yeah, so that I'm hoping that we've won, not just to get pissed, but like, we genuinely do work hard, and I feel like we tried so hard to win the competition just to prove we were better than all our neighbouring branches. I've spoken to Chris a little bit, not massively, but I know vaguely what he's doing this week in terms of his new hours. Last night was his last night at the chef's place before he moves to London, which I assume he's doing today. Izza asked me yesterday, she was like, so what's happening with you and him? And I was like, well, honestly, nothing's changed, because it hasn't. And the thing is I don't want to be the one to keep saying to him every 5 seconds, oh, what's your hours this week? Like, are you free to meet? Like, I want him to make that move. I don't want to do it. So until he does it, nothing is going to change. Which is fine. Like, honestly, it's up to him. So we'll see. We will see. But 1st of August, it's Hayley and John's birthdays in like 2 weeks, and I'm so unprepared. Like, considering last year how prepared I was for their birthdays, especially Hayley's, and this year, like, I've only just bought one of her presents today, or on the 1st of August. I didn't really even know what to get them. Like, I had to ask them for advice on what they wanted, and they've been a bit boring, and they were like, we'd like a joint present as a printer. So I was like, okay, fine. So I'm gonna get them that. I've bought Hayley and myself School of Rock musical tickets. I'm 99.9% certain she hasn't seen it, and I definitely haven't, and it's one I want to see. So I thought we could do that. And then I wanted to get them like something to unwrap as well that they didn't know about. But I don't know what yet, so I haven't done that. She has also, it was quite exciting, at the weekend, she's found her wedding dress. It's so amazing. So she's been trying on quite a lot recently, and they've all been very much of a particular, you know, Cinderella comes out at the waist into a ball gown. They've all been that type of style, but the corset has always been like sparkly and lacy. And we went to this shop and she was like, this is what I want. And the woman was finding them and finding different styles. And they were nice. And then she was like, can I try a few different styles? So still the ball gown, but I'm going to pick a few different designers. And Haley was like, okay, fine. And I was sitting on this sofa and in front of me was a mirror so I could see like everything behind me happening. And this woman, oh my God, she brought down these 3 dresses, I think it was, and just in her hands, I saw this one and oh my God, it was beautiful. It is what I'd have wanted my wedding dress to be like. But now Haley's got it, so I'm going to have to change mine. But it was lovely. It was so, so nice. And it's not lacy at all, which is why I loved it so much, because I'm not a massive fan of the lace. But honestly, she looked like a princess. She was crying, I was crying, Mum was crying. The woman was like trying not to cry. But I think she generally loved it like as much as I did. Like she said, this is the one. I was like, you're not just saying that just because I liked it, right? Like, feel free to go back to your lace ones. And she was like, no, this is the one. I was like, great, okay. But yes, so she's now got her wedding dress. We need to sort out bridesmaids' dresses, but we're not doing that yet. One of the bridesmaids is pregnant and a lot can happen. Like Haley, now she's got her dress, they're keeping it for her, and then alterations for it won't happen till next year anyway. If we buy all the bridesmaids' dresses now, a lot could change, like, so we're just going to wait on that for a while. What else is happening or happened? I think that's about it. It's been a manic month, but like so much of it has been at work that I feel like I've probably already told you everything. But yeah, I could really do with a holiday. I'd booked, so on the 14th of August, Mum, Hayley and I are seeing the King and I musical at London, which I'm so excited to see. It was a kind of family film for us, one that Nan and Grandad kind of drilled into us from a young age. Like every day after school we'd come back and I seem to remember us watching it like every day. Then on the 15th it's Hayley's birthday, so I've asked for the whole day and evening off work. So that's those 2 days. Then in September I need to tell him I need the 1st off, because originally during the day we were going to do dress shopping. And then in the evening, as it stands now, I've booked the School of Rock musical. So it was just easier for me to book that on the same day, so I can just tell him I can't work on Saturday. It's just easier, rather than trying to get 7 different days from him. One day, better. But I'd also requested for like 4 days, the end of September, I think, going into October. And my original plan was to go to Disneyland Paris. I was never completely certain who I'd be going with. I was just like, I was all up for going on my own. Mum obviously didn't like that idea and she was like, oh, I'll come with you. But I just don't think it's not that it's not possible. I can afford to do it. I can. I don't want her to feel like she's paying money and she's not going to enjoy it, which I think will happen, even though she won't say it. So I don't know. I'm still thinking of keeping those days as days off. Whether or not something happens with me and Chris in the meantime of this month and I say to him, look, I've got these days off, do you want to go and do something? Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? So we'll see. I'm going to love you and leave you now. It's 11:15. Mum and Dad are out for the day. They've got a Westminster thing booked, part of Dad's birthday. Is his birthday? No, Father's Day. It's not October yet. Nearly is, but not yet. So they reckon they'll be back around 2, 3ish. So I'm just going to start binge watching some trashy TV without my headphones on and enjoy the kind of me time, I guess. My hair is atrocious. I need to wash it so badly. So yes, I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, what's happening? We are on, fuck, what day are we on? The 8th of August, I believe. 8th, 7th, something like that. It is a Wednesday. I hope you're well. I just thought I would do like a really quick hi to the camera. Mum and Dad have gone out, so I've got the place to myself. Not much has happened since I last picked up the camera, I don't think. Saturday, just gone. We had my mum's aunt and uncle and my nan come round for dinner or lunch. I don't really know what you call it. It was a curry at lunchtime. So basically, my mum's uncle's a little bit unwell. He's got Parkinson's and Alzheimer's, and we're just not sure like how much longer he'll be at his own home. Like, we're a bit worried that he's got to go into a care home. So we thought we'd do like a nice meal around here to say, you know, thank you for everything you've done for us, and you know, we still love you. Nan just kind of came part and parcel. Like, we couldn't really invite them without inviting her, so she was as irritating as ever. She's been doing her whole oh, I'm ill, I need an ambulance, I need to go to the doctor, I need this. And we're just like, no, Nan, you are not ill, you're perfectly fine. Just kind of stop being so dramatic about everything. But never mind. So Saturday was a bit of a family day. Then Sunday I actually had off, which was amazing. Can't remember the last time I had a Sunday off. It was okay. Didn't do anything, or didn't do much, I should say. We just kind of stayed at home, chilled out and everything. Monday, what was Monday? Monday I went in for a meeting. So we have actually won the night out for the competition. If you remember me saying in the last clip, there was a drinks competition for whichever branch could sell the most drinks. They'd then get a night out on the team. And we won. Results came out yesterday, so I'm dead chuffed, dead happy, glad we did it. We now just have to work out when the hell everyone's free to do something. Monday meeting was also very much like, you know, sales are okay, cut labour, do this, do that. We've got a new boy, I can't remember if I mentioned him, Alex. So new Rachel has left already, been and gone, out in a week. Alex reckons he's going to stay till the 31st of January. Again, can't remember if I mentioned any of that. If he does, he gets 2 bottles of wine out of me, and Isa will name her child after him. He's a lovely lad. He's lovely. He's 22. He's fully qualified to be a solicitor, I think. And has an actual job starting. When does he have an actual job starting? Next September. So he's effectively done the whole uni thing. Now he's got a year out before the real job starts. So he's going to go travelling next year at the start. But obviously he needs the money to do it, which is why he wants to stay with us through the Christmas period. So I was like, great, you've got motive, just do it. So yeah, so he's getting on really well. I was off yesterday. Again, I did absolutely nothing during the day. I was just kind of watching TV, updating my iPod, tidying my room, doing things like that. And then in the evening, I went to Becca and Adams, had dinner with them. It was great seeing them. I feel like I don't really see them that much anymore. Like, I used to see Becca almost like every other week, but now they come as a duo. I feel like I see them probably once a month instead. And this time we didn't invite Sophie and her partner. We just kept it to us three, which was, you know, nice, because as much as, you know, we've moved on from the whole Sophie issue, it was just nice just to be Becca, and obviously Adam's like part of the parcel, but he was fine. They were giving me shitloads of advice and stuff, which, you know, you can never pass up. What else? I'm like getting stuck on the chair. I'm in today. I'm on a double, but I leave in an hour actually, so hopefully the parents will be back before I leave, so I don't have to shut everything up. I'm off tomorrow. It's really weird now that Izza's back full time. I am actually getting my days off, so I need to kind of stick to my word about looking for a new job soon. We'll see. Everything else is okay. There really isn't that much else to report. King and I's coming up next week. Gemma's birthday, Hayley's birthday, John's birthday's been and gone. And yeah, so that's it. Oh, the School of Rock tickets that I got her and myself, I swapped, so she's still got it, but it's now her and John's joint present. I'm not buying them a printer. I just couldn't be bothered. So John's actually opened his birthday card, obviously it was on Monday, and I stuck their tickets inside it so that they could see that and plan for it and stuff, which meant no printer, no like unwrappable thing for John as such. But then Hayley, I've gone and bought her a Disney Aladdin weekend bag and a passport holder, which I will try and post a photo of if I can before she takes it away. But then I bought myself the Peter Pan version, which I shouldn't have done. I didn't need it, but I had to have it. It rained yesterday for the first time in like forever, and there was a bit of lightning as well. I think it might rain again today. It's a bit grey. It's very windy. So fingers crossed for a cooler day. I don't know if or what that would do to people coming in the restaurant. No idea. But you never know. Hopefully it'd still put people off. We'll see. Okay. Chances are I will do one more vlog next week to stick on to this one to say how Hayley's birthday went, how the King and I was, yada yada yada. And then I will get to uploading it, I promise. And then, Jesus, we will nearly be in autumn. That is scary. So scary. God. Okay, right. I'm going. I need to go get ready. Boy. Dear Jazz, hello. We are on. There we on. Friday the 9th, I want to say. Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? I hope you're well. So I thought I would just fill in a quick little segment. Yesterday we had practically a monsoon outside. The heavens just opened and it rained non-stop for the whole day. So finally it's a little bit cooler. We've still got sun at the moment, which is good, but it's quite cloudy. I think it's going to rain again. But you know what? I think we needed it. Although it is August and although it's nice to have such nice weather, it's not nice to work in it. It really isn't. And especially to sleep in as well. It's all a little bit too much. So thank you, Mother Nature, for giving us, you know, a bit of breathing space, air, whatever you want to call it. Notification. But yes, so that happened yesterday. It was also my day off. Mum and I went to local town. We did some shopping. Didn't really get anything. Don't have any money to get anything. But in the evening, we went and saw Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, which is the second installment to the musical film. And I loved it. I think you'd love it too. You know how much I like my singing and I love musicals, and it was complete, you know, cheesy, and most of the actors can't even sing, but I thought it was amazing. I loved it. All the songs have been going around in my head all night and this morning again. Loved it. So go and watch it if you haven't seen it. Drag Sam, because literally it's quite funny as well. It's nicely done. So we are on Friday today, and I have a double. I've got to go in a bit. Tomorrow, evening shift only, and Sunday double. So it's not too bad. I know I've asked for next week a few days off, so I've kind of got to put up with the shifts that he's giving me at the moment. I can't really say, oi, I want this, this, this and this when I've asked for time off. Hayley's present, I can't remember if I told you, Hayley's present has all been come and wrapped and everything. It's all good. King and I is very soon now. I'm so excited. That's pretty much it. I had a really weird dream though last night. Might as well fill you in because you were in it. We were all in Disneyland. It was you, me, Hayley, my cousin, Sam, and I think it was Jess. Like, it was all a bit random, all very random. But I'd had a massive falling out with my cousin over something, and I just kind of left the group and went and started doing my own thing. And everyone was like, where's she gone, where's she gone, where's she gone? And then Chris came and found me on It's a Small World. Yeah, it was very random. It felt so real as well that when I woke up I was like, what, I'm in Disney. But yeah, I think we had a good time other than the argument. And I have agreed with Hayley though. So we were hoping to go to Disney, or I was hoping to go to Disney this year, purely for Halloween, because that's an event or a season that I haven't yet been at the park to experience. But the problem is, Mum won't let me go by myself because I'm quite prone to, you know, falling over, getting ill, throwing up, like getting dizzy. Like she's just telling me I'm too much of a hazard to go by myself, basically. So that's fine. So I was trying to find a way to get Hayley to come, because Mum offered, and it's very sweet of her, but she doesn't like Disney as much as we do. She'd be constantly nagging me about everything that I want to buy or anything I wanted to do. It just wouldn't be as fun. It wouldn't be as fun. So I've been trying to find a way to get Hayley to come, and there was like two options. One, we could both dip into my savings, which I've got with Dad, and then like use that and then pay it back if and when we can. Or like we kind of cut back, like don't stay in a Disney hotel, go on a different day, like things like that. But it still works out at the best part of like 500 quid, and that doesn't even include like food or spending money or anything like that. And it's just, it's so much money, and I'm so wary of the fact that she's got a wedding next year. She's got all these things she wants to save. We have actually spoken about doing a Disney hen night, and if we do, oh fuck. If we do, there's a cat and a crow. Okay. Cat and a crow, like, making best buds in the garden. It's a bit strange. Oh, no. Cat's scared of the crow. He's run away. Yes, so if we do a hen do one next year, then we kind of want to put our money towards that instead. But although she's going to ask the other bridesmaids, I think she's sort of hoping secretly that they'll all say no, because then it means that me and her can do it properly a final time before Florida. Because obviously with the girls, yes, it would be lovely to do, but they're not going to do the whole get up at the crack of dawn, queue for hours, stay till the very end. Like, they're not going to do any of that. So we'll just see. We'll see. So in that case, this year is very much Disneyland Paris free, which is so sad. So sad. So we were kind of speaking last night about how we're going to get through the rest of the year with no Disney fix. And we have a show coming to the O2, Disney on Ice, but it's a different edition to the one that I last saw. So we may try and fit that in. I think we'll try and take a couple of days off or a day off together and have like a Disney day, watch Disney films, and stuff like that. Maybe do some Florida planning or something. Just stuff to try and get us through the fact that we're not at Disney. Like, listen to Disney songs, buy the odd bit of merch that doesn't cost too much, just things like that. And then hopefully we should be well into January by the time we realise, oh wait, we haven't been. And then it'll be so soon to planning the next one. We'll be okay. That's the plan. That's the plan. Right, I need to go. So, excuse me. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.